We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
There's nothing like getting outside amongst the elements and being at one with nature. I mean, who doesn't like a hike up a hill? The fresh breeze of the ocean on your face. Or sitting by a campfire. Discover with RAA Travel has all of that for you today. Andrew Hayes hires a camper van and checks out a holiday park. Abby is in Darwin and Ash Hart bicycles around the wondrous Lake Tahoe in Nevada. But first, there's something brewing in the kitchen with Callum and Themis.
Before I head outside, I like to prepare a bit of food. Themis and I know a thing or two about food. Not only have we got our restaurants 11 and Lou's Place, we've got a cooking school called Sprout.
We run all sorts of cooking classes with varying degrees of difficulty, but today we've got a really special one.
It's a My Kitchen Rules thing to celebrate the return of the show.
Now, we can't say too much, you'll have to keep watching MKR, but we have got a couple of contestants coming along and Cal's going to give them a couple of plating up tips. All right, guys, make sure you can see.
What we're going to be doing is cooking duck.
For those of you who think duck's complicated, I think you could not be further from the truth. No oil in this pan right now. I'm going to take my duck into a cold pan. So what that's going to do is it's just going to render the fat slowly.
So we're going to do our duck, we're going to do it with a beautiful little kind of beetroot and feta sauce and a radicchio orange and fennel salad as well. And we'll give it a little blitz.
Okay, so our duck has not been in here for very long, right? But now we can see it's starting to sizzle, but you can already see the fat that's starting to render out. Could you do this? All I've done is put meat into pan, right? It's not overcomplicated, all right?
Wait, slow down. I've got some parsley here. I'm just going to pick it in, so I'm just going to tear those in like it was another lettuce, effectively.
Duck breast is coming along here. Let's have a quick look. I literally haven't turned it, haven't touched it, have I? I've done absolutely nothing to it. Big reveal. All right, so, okay, simple as that.
Ooh, looks great, mate. I have just hit our salad with that dressing, and that is ready to go.
So, this needs a little bit longer. Should we bring up Nikki and Jose and have a quick little chat?
Can we borrow you guys for a word? I've got some. What is the pressure like?
Well, it's probably on TV, you don't really understand the pressure that the contestants are under. It's probably times 10. So it's very important to go with the flow.
The bond between us just got stronger, you know. I mean, we could bounce off each other.
I mean, Nikki and I cook in the kitchen at home a lot, so we both love cooking. We know what our limits are in the kitchen and when to be quiet and when to talk.
And cooking at home in the kitchen and then, you know, cooking in the competition, how is it different?
The time.
Okay.
You've got that clock looking at you. So at home you can relax, have a glass of wine and just have hours to cook. On the show, you've got time.
What kind of skills do you think you're actually learning right now being in the hustle and bustle of competition?
Spanish food.
Spanish food is not very prominent in Australia and it's very misunderstood sometimes with Mexican, but I think Spanish food has got a lot to offer. Has a lot of flavours, a lot of textures, a lot of seafood. I was proud to promote that. So
when I come to your house next week for dinner, Jose, and I say, I'm coming over for dinner, mate, do you have like a signature dish? What are you going to cook?
Well, my signature dish obviously is paella in Spanish, but I do like to cook desserts. I like churros, I like arroz con leche, which is like a rice pudding.
I know that everyone's loving watching your food right now, and I know that Themis has got daggers in the back of my back going, my duck breast is going cold, so we better plate up, mate. We should. So, we've got our lovely beetroot sauce here. I'm going to be relatively generous with it because I want to sort of coat everything. So the idea of putting the sauce on the bottom is all the salad and the duck, it's all going to end up sort of touching some of the sauce, actually going to bring that beautiful flavour all together. I've got our lovely little radicchio salad here, and I've got a few of those fresh bits of walnut just to finish off the dish.
There it is. So that's our lovely little pan-seared duck breast with beetroot sauce and a little radicchio salad. You know, learning to cook is a whole lot of fun, whether that's here at our Sprout Cooking School or watching MKR. Bon appetit.
A 3.5 to 4 hour flight direct from Adelaide will find you right here in the heart of Darwin CBD. It's hot year-round here. I'm talking an average temperature of around 30 degrees. So it's no wonder that Darwin's waterfront is home to one of the most popular tourist attractions, the wave pool. There's a shallow end for the kids and 10 different wave patterns, including a 1.2 metre high wave for boogie boarding. In the same precinct, there is a man-made beach and a swimming lagoon, separated from the marina by a seawall and is filled with fresh sea water. There's a giant inflatable aqua park which a lifeguard patrols every day. It's crazy to think that this is right here in our very own backyard in Australia. It feels like I'm in some overseas tropical oasis. It's absolute magic. Darwin has an incredible market scene, and the Mindil Beach Sunset Market would have to be one of my favourites. With over 200 stalls, they offer traditional food from many different cultures. There's also local delicacies like barramundi, kangaroo and crocodile, and an endless collection of arts and crafts. I suggest a massage or even have your tarot cards read. The Mindil Beach Sunset Market is open all throughout the dry season, every Thursday and Sunday from 4 in the afternoon until 9 at night. But they've also got Rapid Creek, Parat and Nightcliff operational all year round. And let me give you a hot tip, banana mango smoothie. It's my absolute favourite. Darwin is the country's northernmost city and is the gateway to Australia's top end. Litchfield National Park is just over an hour's drive from Darwin and has stunning waterholes and waterfalls to cool down in. It's the perfect day trip. Or if you've got a little bit longer, jump on the Arnhem Highway to reach the wonders of Kakadu National Park, said to be one of Australia's best kept travel secrets. Its iconic landscapes are World Heritage listed for good reason. The Aboriginal rock art is some of the oldest and best preserved in the world. Whether you choose to drive yourself or join a guided tour, experience the magic of this ancient land.
You know, there are a ton of benefits to getting outside and taking a walk. Or having a bike ride. And if you end up planning a holiday that involves a bit of biking and walking, then surely the shoes you take with you are pretty important. You don't want to end up with blisters or cramped, stinky feet. Ben is a podiatrist with some great tips for shoes.
Choosing the right footwear when you travel is so important. What most people don't realise is that we can walk maybe 10, even up to 20 kilometres a day when we're sightseeing. And probably the worst thing that could happen when you're on holiday is having sore feet. So it's a little bit like horses for courses. Certain holidays need certain shoes. So I think if you're doing a general holiday where you're doing lots of walking on footpaths and sightseeing like museums and things like that, you probably want something that's going to be really light and easy. So something like a running shoe. Running shoes tend to be made from mesh. They're very soft, they're very cushioned, and they're very light. If you start looking at things like an Italian holiday on cobblestone roads, you might want something like a walking shoe, maybe made from leather, a little more durable, a little more solid. And then if you're thinking about a holiday like trails, mountains, rocky paths, that's when we start looking at much more specific shoes. So things like hiking boots, hiking shoes, or even trail shoes. So these shoes tend to be a lot more durable. They can even be waterproof as well. And they're going to help you in terms of stability around your foot and ankle. So it's going to help you not twist your ankle or have any injuries like that because it's a more solid shoe.
Consider the terrain you'll be walking on. Is it the cobbly streets of Italy or the flat stony tracks of India?
So when choosing shoes, it's really important to realise if you are going to be walking 10, 20 k's a day, that your feet will change throughout the day. So one of the things that we would recommend is when you buy shoes, buy them at the end of the day because that's when your feet will swell. And when you're doing those long trips overseas or interstate, your feet will swell as well. So you want to make sure you've got at least a thumb's width or half an inch from the end of your longest toe to the end of the shoe. And this will mean that your foot can actually move forward when you're walking or running, and also means that as your foot swells throughout the day, because you've been on your feet so long, that there's ample room for that.
So in essence, there are low-cut, lightweight shoes, light hiking boots, high-cut boots, and hiking sandals. For me, the shoes also have to look good as well as fit nicely into my suitcase. Oh, and for socks, try a merino wool blend with at least 61% merino. Your feet will thank you.
You know, an awful lot of people like to get in one of these things and travel the state or even the country staying in caravan parks. A lot has changed with caravan parks since I used to go to them as a kid. And if I'm honest, up until now, I've never really considered them a holiday option. That is until I've heard they're now called holiday parks and they've got glamping. Today, I'm making my way up to the Barossa to a Discovery holiday park, which I'm assured will change all my preconceptions. Yeah, let's go see. This park offers the usual things like unpowered sites for the serious campers and powered sites. But you can also hire sites that have their own en-suites. How good? I'll take this one.
People are often surprised when they come to stay at Discovery Park. They're expecting the old-style camping ground, but we really got something to suit everyone. You can start from unpowered camping. We have our powered camping section, and all the way up to deluxe ones, and also the 2 and 3 bedroom houses that we've got on site here. And we've also got our exclusive adults-only safari tent area.
There are so many accommodation options, activities, amenities. No crusty old shower blocks here.
Being a family-friendly park, lots of great kids' activities. And during the school holidays, we really ramp this up with our activity schedules. We have wildlife shows, face painting, various things like that. So even during the winter, the kids are brave. They're in there. The swimming pool is heated, the water park is not, but that doesn't stop them. They love it.
The idea is definitely growing on me. I can see the kids having plenty of things to do, the wife and I, around the fire pit at night, and then just kicking back in here in the arvo. But you know what the other great thing is? Holiday parks are always in the best spots, next to beaches or cliff edges, or near awesome little spots just like this, Bar Musk, right in the heart of Tanunda.
Discovery parks throughout Australia have a consistency of standard and also cabin and facility types. So a lot of them all have the jumping pillows, water parks, deluxe cabins that you might not expect at a camping ground. People are often surprised at the furnishings and fixtures that we do offer there, and a high quality of product and fantastic service that we offer across the brand.
So would I do it? Would I stay in a holiday park? Bloody oath I would.
Whether it's a camper van, a bicycle, a walk, or pitching a tent. No matter how you choose to do it, getting outdoors is always fabulous. Don't forget to book that trip. Go discover. Go on. We'll see you next time.